All right. How's it going, everyone? What is going on? I hope everyone had a wonderful, fantastic, just a lovely weekend. Hope it was great for you all. Hopefully Monday has been nice and relaxing. Hopefully nothing too crazy's gone down for you. I was lucky enough to have today off. I guess, good old President's Day. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I'll take it, I guess. I'll take the day off of work. I'll take a shorter work week. All day, every day, 365. Speaking of 365, it feels like I am here 24/7, 365, trying to get this damn Tepig to shine. Good Lord, it has been so incredibly long. Oh, we just got to keep going with it. We just got to keep doing it to it until we finally see the yellow pig shine for us. There's not much else to it. There's really not much else. We got to get this freaking pig to shine, and then we can truly unlock our full potential for this Shiny Living Dex. Kind of. I mean, it really... I just got accidentally rubbed my finger up against my glasses trying to scratch my eye. Comes up with my right eye right now. Fully unlocking our Shiny Living Dex moving forward is entirely dependent on me and getting our games set up as quickly as possible. I've been trying to get through my copy of Black 2 as far as I can. See if I can grab us a completed Unova Dex. Start grabbing some Pokemon that we can't Cute Charm Glitch Hunt for in our Gen 4 games. See what I can do to get us on track and rolling and moving. But it takes a while. Black 2, White 2 are actually kind of long games to play through. Like, they're not the shortest games in the world. I've played through Generation 4 a number of times recently for this. I even, played the Gen 2 remakes that are in Generation 4. Like, they're pretty short comparatively to Black 2, White 2. Black 2, White 2 take a second to get through. Now, could also be the fact that I was like trying to catch things and level stuff up and all that, Shazam. But Roost, what up? You might survive long enough to get a Tepig with this luck. It's 50. I would certainly hope so. Hopefully I have a long life ahead of me, which means I can get this pig one day. One day, hopefully it'll happen. But how's it going, Roost? How's your day been going? Let's see. Yeah, I've been trudging along. I just got the 8th gym badge and my copy of Black 2. Just kind of started up the story with Team Plasma, headed towards the Giant Chasm, trying to round out the finale of the main story, get us into the post game, finish up the Unova Dex, and get us on our merry way. Got a random shiny white one yesterday. What's that? Yeah, that definitely does rub a little bit of salt there. Especially because, like, I've played through I don't know how many Pokemon games recently trying to get things set up for this Shiny Living Dex. Have I run into a wild, just random shiny? No. I played through like 4 different copies of Sinnoh games. No random shinies. I played through Black and White a number of times. I played through Black and White initially to get a Thundurus and Tornadus, then reset, trade those away. I got a Landorus and then traded those away and then reset and played through them again. Still no random shiny. And yeah, now I'm playing through my copy of Black 2, and yet have I found a random shiny? No. I guess is somewhat of a consolation prize as I did find a random shiny on a copy of a new Japanese Pokemon White that I bought. It's obviously not new, it's a very old game. But a new game to me. I bought a copy of Pokemon White in Japanese recently to help out with all this shabazz we got going on here, and there actually happened to be a shiny Watchog on it. As far as I can tell, it is actually a legit shiny, so... Am I counting it towards our total up there? No, I'm not. I didn't shiny M for it. I just happened to find it on the save file, but it's still kind of cool nonetheless. It has turned into my strength user when playing through Pokemon Black 2. I traded it over to my Black 2 copy, and it is now giving me strength to move boulders around, so... There's that. I guess there's some... Oh, I'm probably good on my lighting. I meant to turn that on. Does that help me at all, or does that kind of make things a little... I think it's fine. I think I'm good with that light on. I think it's okay. I think that's good. I think, okay. I meant to turn that on, forgot about it. But let's see, it's actually really funny. I beat the 7th gym and beat Dragon's Swirl Tower. I needed to fly around castle for the plot, but I didn't have fly monster speed right there. Okay, well, I mean, yeah, you got a full odds random shiny, but like, it was a tranquil, so, you know, of all the shinies you could get, that's like one of the worst ones, you know. Am I salty? Not at all, you know, I'm not, I'm not salty one bit. But that green shiny that's one of them putrid ones. But was it male or female? Because then that'll really, if it evolves into a shiny male, not that bad. Shiny female in pheasant, not the most pleasant looking shiny in the world. I guess it's not awful. Okay, female. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Shiny male is a lot better than shiny female. But hey, a shiny is a shiny. A shiny is a shiny. Can't argue with it too much. Oh, really? Okay. I'm not a big green shiny person myself, but to each their own. Not all green shinies are the worst thing ever. It's just ones like my boy Dragonite that are a little bit unappealing to me. Then Pokemon like Scizor, not too bad. I like Scizor shiny. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot about Stantler. That is a rough one. And yeah, Espeon. 2 of my 3 favorite Pokemon are Dragonite and Espeon, and of course, they both have green shinies that I do not care for. It's kind of a curse, I guess. Thankfully, Weavile, being my 2nd favorite Pokemon, has a really good shiny, so I can make up for that. Now, do I prefer Weavile's original colors? Yeah, red and black, kind of my thing, but the pink and yellow are still pretty nice. I definitely do not. I enjoy shiny Weavile a lot more than the other 2, that's for sure. But hey, a number of my other favorite shinies out there, like Aegislash, favorite Pokemon, I should say. Banger shiny, Swampert, good banger shiny, Gardevoir, banger shiny. I think Ribombee is one of my top 10 favorite Pokemon. Great shiny as well. Like, really, outside of Dragonite and Espeon, most of my favorite Pokemon have great shinies to them as well. Jirachi, Suicune. Suicune is one of my favorites. Its shiny isn't bad. It's not like the craziest thing ever, but it's still a nice shiny. Got shiny Purloin for his badge quest. Jesus, yeah, everyone and their mother has got shiny luck apparently in these games, except for me. These are, of all, let's see, every game that I need for this Shiny Living Dex, other than Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. I haven't done any hunts in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, but every other version of games, I guess I haven't found a shiny in Black and White either. But Fire Red, Leaf Green, I found a shiny in. Heart Gold, Soul Silver, I found 2 shinies. Well, I guess in terms of Platinum, I've only found cute Charm Glitch shinies. So there's that. I haven't found a full odds shiny in Diamond Pearl Platinum yet. So not quite every game. I haven't done, well, I guess I'm doing the gods in Diamond Pearl Platinum. So if I can get one of those to shine, then I'll have a full odds shiny from basically from every game that I've shiny hunted in, other than the Gen 5 games. And of course, my back was feeling great all day, and then I laid in bed a little awkwardly, and now my back's freaking bothering me. Can't stop, won't stop. I really hope that switching over to using black and white for the bottom ones doesn't slow me down too much, because we get through the black 2 white 2 games pretty quickly, but then black and white are kind of lagging behind, so hopefully they don't hold me up enough. Yeah, I'm not, it's like I am, but I'm also not looking forward to the Thunderous and Tornadus hunt. It's like, I don't know, if it's a fast hunt, it won't be that bad, but goodness, if going for a Tornadus or Thundurus takes, 15,000 encounters, that is a slog of a hunt right there. Like, that is an absolute chore to get through. If you get it under 1,000, not that bad. But like, yeah, the longer that one goes on, that is a pain. Pain for certain. Is it? Is going through, because I guess what, you save right in front of the door, you walk out, you go through the whole cutscene, check your Pokedex, and then reset. Yeah, it probably is faster. Maybe like 5 to 10 seconds worth. At least I'm going for Tepig. I could be going for Snivy or Oshawott and actually have to like move in the starter selection. Luckily I can just click A. I can just keep clicking A, not even worry about moving off to the other left or right. I just gotta spam the A button, so it could be worse, I guess. Now, obviously after a while, muscle memory would build up and you would just naturally press left or right to go to whichever one you're actually resetting for, but I like not having to do that at all. I like just mashing the A button, getting through here as quickly as I can. I have been toying with the idea for this hunt, kind of throwing a challenge out there, or a dare almost to myself. I don't know. I've been contemplating doing a shiny hunting stream for Tepig where I'm like, if I don't get Tepig this stream, I'll do the one chip challenge, the like insanely hot potato chip that's out there. I've thought about doing that, tempting fate, being like, hey, you know how you don't want to give me a shiny Tepig? Well, maybe if I do this, you'll feel sorry for me and I won't have to eat a hot chip. I won't lie. I have seen people online, take on bets with stuff, and they gotta wear maid outfits. I won't say the idea hasn't come to mind, or I haven't thought, well, maybe if I fail to get Tepig, I'll go wear a maid outfit. Would I actually ever do that? I don't know. I don't know if I'm at that point yet, where I can put myself on camera wearing a maid outfit, but maybe one day, if this hunt goes on long enough, I might be forced, my hand might be forced to just do something irrationally. We'll see. Do genies on 3DS loop, quick point on the D-pad so it pushes it down and spam it. That's fair. That's fair. I didn't think about that. That is true. Unfortunately, I do not have any 3DSs. Oh yeah, no, I legit have 0 3DSs. I have one 2DS, which I guess. Where is that thing? Oh, it does have a D-pad. Or a joystick, whatever you want to call it, D-pad joystick thingy-mabobber. But I don't have any 3DSs with capture cards in them. I would have to grab some of those if I wanted to do that on stream. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. But let's keep fingers crossed and hope that I find the Tepig and don't have to do any shenanigans to try and persuade the universe to give me the shiny. Hopefully I can just we can just snag this little guy and I can move on and preserve my dignity. People who think I'm a furry since chicken persona. So I said if I get a shiny legendary in Gen 5 on rides, not if I have. That would be that would be pretty funny. That'd be pretty funny. Fortnite default dance. What is the Fortnite default dance? I've never played Fortnite. It's not. Is the Fortnite default dance flossing or is it something else? Is there the like Do you like hold the L thing and like jump around? I don't know Fortnite very well. By where very I guess I know it slightly. Not enough because I've never played it, but what Gen 5 legendary would you go for? Like Kyurem or just I guess Thunderous Tornadoes? Just any legendary? I think for a challenge like that, I would go with I feel like Kyurem would be a safe bet. I don't know why. I feel like every time I see someone talk about shiny hunting Kyurem in Generation 5, they get it really quickly. Could just be happenstance, and that's just what I've happened to see people post about. I just feel like that's one of those. I feel like that's the opposite in Hunt of Tepig. Everyone I see talk about Tepig is like well over odds when they get it, but then Kyurem, I feel like everyone gets really easily. Do Cresselia for Cresselia will be a fun hunt. I'm looking forward to that. Cresselia has a great shiny. That is just a really nice shiny. But I'm definitely looking forward to doing that hunt whenever I get around to it. Whenever I can find myself some shiny charms. That way our resets are not too terribly bad, but I've been thinking about it. Getting 4 shiny charms across 4 copies of Black 2, White 2, that's going to be a pain in the ass. Because, like, I don't even know how I would do, like, completing the national dex in one of the games takes forever. So doing it in 4, it's like, sure, I can lay most of the groundwork for a lot of it in, like, the first game that I complete the national dex in. But, man, like, there's still a lot of trading and, yeah, getting, like, if you don't have the full living dex in the one game, you gotta, like, breed for things or, like, catch other stuff. It's just, getting 4 shiny charms is going to be a chore. Oh, that is going to be a big chore. But I agree. Cresselia's shiny would make me very happy. I would not mind some shenanigans for that shiny. And then, like, just completing the national dex and my 1 copy of Black 2 is going to be something, because, like, I'm planning really to catch as many cute charm glitch Pokemon shinies in Generation 4 as I can to fill out my Shiny Living Dex, and then transfer all those Pokemon up to Generation 5, and then they'll just flesh out my, the portion of the national dex that I need. Oh goodness, to get the shiny charm in Black 2, White 2. But that means I gotta, like, catch who knows how many hundreds of shinies in Gen 4, trade them all up, and then I still gotta get all the other Pokemon around them for the national, like, getting the national dex, or getting the completed national dex for the shiny charm. Oh, that's gonna be something. That is gonna be something. If I had all the time in the world to stream, I would do it on stream and just, like, have fun capturing the whole thing for the world to see, but I do not have that time, unfortunately, so I kind of got to work on it on my lonesome. Getting Perlo improved to theory mine, me being in a chat / call while someone shining things bad luck because he got 10. Huh. Okay, well, I mean, to be fair, I was pretty deep into this hunt before you found your way to the channel, so I wouldn't say you're bad luck for this shiny hunt. We've been suffering through Tepig for a while. We were suffering through Tepig for months and months and months. So, you can stay in the chat. I'm cool. I don't think you're a jinx. I think you're fine. I think Tepig is just testing me, and I'll persevere. Well, yeah, I mean, There's been plenty of these streams though where you've had to check out for the evening, and I still have not found a shiny afterwards. So the trick hasn't worked here yet. Has not worked for us here yet. Oh man. Been to the gym a few times this past week. First time in a while. And while I love going to the gym, it makes me feel great in the moment, I just have this weird thing with my upper right side of my back around my shoulder blade. It's just really strange and tight. Gotta like move it around and keep it loose. Stream Dynamax means I left the chat. Go give it some guys. Get the shiny Giratina. I mean, first time's a coincidence. Second time's a what? Isn't there like a saying? First time's a coincidence. Second time's I don't know. I feel like there's some kind of saying. It goes on to be like, you know, after a certain number of times, maybe it's a pattern or something like that. Yeesh. Hey, that reminds me, have you ever watched How I Met Your Mother? Because there's I don't remember what season it's in. There's an episode with it's if you also have seen the show Lost, there's an episode of How I Met Your Mother which features the actor from the show Lost who played Hurley. And basically in the show Lost, if you've never seen it, this isn't really any major spoilers, but also Lost has been out for like 20 years, so at this point, you know, not really much spoilers, or you should, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to pay attention to a whole bunch of things and I'm losing my train of thought. Anyways, the guy from Lost, Hurley, was super unlucky. He thought he was like cursed, and like he won the lottery, but then after winning the lottery, all this terrible shit started happening to him. And the same actor appeared in the show How I Met Your Mother, but not as the guy from the show Lost, but as like, I forget, I think they called him the Blitz or something like that. And again, he was cursed, and his curse was every time he would leave a room or every time he would go away, something crazy cool would happen. So it kind of reminds me of that, like this guy. But then like the curse could be passed around to people, and like different characters from the show would become the Blitz. Was that what it was called? The Blitz? Something like that. And yeah, it would be like they'd just be hanging around all mundane, nothing crazy happening, and then like the Blitz would leave, and then something random would just happen out of nowhere. It was like the craziest thing you ever seen, and everyone would go wild and be like, oh my god, I can't believe that just happened. And he'd come back and be like, what I missed, and they'd like try and explain to him, and he'd be like, oh man. It was funny. This is what it reminds me of. It's kind of the point where if I'm called with someone and they're hunting and I have to leave, I'll just go, all right, y'all call me. But yeah, that's what it reminds me of. That one episode. Those are two great shows that I have, which Lost I have not watched in a long time. Like, it's been a long time since I watched Lost. Been telling myself I was going to rewatch that show for years now, and I haven't gotten around to it. I've watched How I Met Your Mother like 9 times, so I don't really need to rewatch it. Although recently, and by recently I mean the last like 2 or 3 years, I tried rewatching it. I only got through like season 6 of the 9, and then I kind of gave up. I guess at that point I was like, I've seen this so many times. We've kind of gotten past all the good stuff that I like, so I can call it a quits here. Let's see. I haven't said that. I got to eat real quick. So get this channel and go improve my theory even more. Happens one more time. I'm calling this. Hey, I mean, shoot. If we actually manage to get the shiny Tepig after you head on out to get something to eat, you know, this is all going in the YouTube video. This is all being clipped. This will all be part of the montage. But really, when thinking about the show Lost, it's like I've watched a bunch of the episodes. Like, I don't know if I've ever truly watched the entire show Lost all the way through from start to finish, like all 6 seasons. I might have done it once. I think I've watched like the first 3 seasons on my own, and then like watched 4, 5, and 6 here there. It's like I know the general patchwork of how things like progress and like what goes on in the show. And at some point in time, I may have that sounded very southern right there. I may have seen every episode at least once. Sound like Daniel Craig's character from Knives Out. But yeah, I can't remember the last if I've ever actually just sat down and watched the entire show all the way through start to finish, or if I've just like seen the majority of it here, there throughout the years and like know the general idea of the story. But there's no actual way that this hunt persists any longer. I think we have done our dues. We have taken our time. I think it is damn ready for, I don't know where. I was going somewhere good and I lost it. I'm just ready for this thing to shine. I'm ready for this pig. God, I'm so ready. I'm tired of this thing not being shiny. But probably the more I sit here and beg for it and act like it has to happen soon, probably the more I prolong it. I think every other shiny I've gotten so far, I was like barely paying attention to what was going on. I was just like, yeah, la-di-da-di-da, I don't care. This is all going great. We're so early, it doesn't matter. But to be fair, like, I was the same way at the beginning of the Tepig hunt, you know, of this hunt. I was like, oh, we're all great. This is going to go swimmingly. I have no doubts in my mind that this isn't going to be a super quick hunt. Losing my voice. I swear, I think the weather right now is affecting me again. It's just like this weird fluctuation of like, one day it's really cold, next day it's warm, then at night it's really cold, and then during the day it's warm, and then the next day it's warm all day, but then the next day it's cold all day. It's just like, just this roller coaster of temperatures, and it like, I think it affects my sinuses and my allergies and stuff, so I start getting all congested and lose my voice for a second. Man, I feel like I got a frog in my throat. Just like kind of feel it just hanging out in there. It just doesn't want to go away. I started if you know, anyone's unaware, I started up a run of Kaiser Ironmon in White 2 it was supposed to be Friday. Friday was Valentine's Day, so I did the stream on Saturday instead. Started up Kaiser Ironmon. I'm like itching to get back to it. That first stream was so much fun. Like just playing through the game, it was just, I had a blast. And I feel like we're on a good run right now. I feel like we really got something going here with our current run. It's undoubtedly gonna fail in epic fashion, just like the one we had to run with a Fracture, which, you know, not fully evolved Pokemon, is just a Fracture, but still, that Fracture was putting in work. It had great stat distribution. If I had managed to somehow get it up to a Haxorus, I think we would have been golden for that run. You know, we had a good solid move in Thunderbolt. We had like a Blaze Kick for a physical fire move. Like, we had good coverage. We had a really good special attack, really good speed. It looked like things were going to go swimmingly, but then we got to Roxy, the second gym leader. She had a freaking pirouette form Meloetta, so, you know, fighting normal type with had Sky Uppercut, so it had stab, and it was so freaking bulky. Like, that thing had to have either just a massive HP stat, probably a massive HP stat, because it was taking no damage from either physical or special attacks. But yeah, it was so incredibly bulky, it ended up wasting through all of our heals. We got by it with 1 HP, and then we she brought out a Sneasel, and I missed a freaking Blaze Kick, and then she hit me with a Blaze Kick, and so I lost. And it was just tragic. It was just tragic, because I felt like that run really had potential to go places. But now we are on a run. It only took like 7 more attempts after that. We had like 5 failing attempts, 1 attempt that kind of got like a little bit somewhere, but then we lost to a trainer maybe. And then, yeah, now we're on a run where I have a Charizard actually. So, you know, Charizard hype boys, Charizard fanboys rejoice. Charizard might be my savior through a White 2 Kaiser Ironmon. But this one is this one's the opposite of Fracture. Instead of being a good special attacker, it's a really freaking strong physical attacker. Like, its physical attack is even higher than Fracture's special attack was. Now, granted, our special attack on this Charizard is really bad. I think it's our our 1 second. Okay, got that cleared out. I think the physical attack on, the special attack on our Charizard is really bad. Which isn't always the best, because it's like, when you're so mono attacking, it means like, if, you know, a really good physical attacker, you run into a really good physical wall and you don't have any good special options for it, you might be screwed. But, you know, we have Discharge, which is like a fairly solid special move. It did actually clutch up and get us through the first gym leader fight, because Sharon has 5 Pokemon in Kaiser Ironmon, and his last Pokemon was also a Charizard, so, you know, I know exactly what kind of moves their Pokemon's rocking with. I go for because, like, I'm super low in HP. I don't think I really had any heals left. I was like, okay, my only chance of winning here is getting a Discharge pair off and then getting some paralysis. And it happened just like that. I went for Discharge, got the para. He got 1 Flare Blitz off because Charizard, with its crazy attack stat, also was randomized to have Flare Blitz, which is a really strong move, and it's like OHKO's basically anything, but it's not great within dungeons where you can't leave and heal at the Pokemon Center, so losing your HP with an attack is not ideal. But yeah, so he Flare Blitzed me. I like barely lived. There was Sandstorm up, so it like took me down really low. I think I might have had 1 heal. And I healed up, he got paralyzed, I got off like an attack the next turn. It ended up dying, and just barely squeaked out of that first gym battle with our Charizard, and hopefully we can continue on and do good things with the Zard, which is fast. It's fast and bulky and has really good attack. It's like special attack is its only bad stat. So I am very much hoping we can at least make a good run. so I can at least get experience with later parts of the game. Because like really the biggest thing with Kaizo Ironmon is going to be like optimizing my route through the game, and so like in order to do that I need to actually make it through the game, which I feel like it honestly, Kaizo Ironmon and Black 2 White 2 might be more difficult than in Fire Red Leaf Green, because in like Fire Red Leaf Green, once you beat Misty, you can like basically go through the entire region and battle a whole handful of trainers, get your Pokemon leveled up to insane levels, and then start taking on a bunch of gyms and be like just super over leveled. And so it's like the early game and the late game of Fire Red Kaizo Ironmon is really difficult, but the middle game is kind of easy. Again, it man, I'm really losing my voice today. Gotta love this weather. Oh man. Goodness me. Hopefully that does not persist the entire stream. That's gonna be really annoying. But yeah, Black 2, White 2, they don't have that same open world nature to them like Fire Red Leaf Green do, you know. You don't beat some gym and then have like a whole basically region to explore and take on trainers and level up before you take on more gyms. It's kind of like, you know, you take on one gym, you have a little bit to go, you take on another, you go for a little bit more, and then you take on another. And so I'm never going to be like insanely over leveled for a bunch of these gym fights, which might make it really freaking challenging, but I'm up for the challenge. I think it'll be a grand old time. It'll be fun. So like I said, I'm very much looking forward to getting back to Kaizo Ironmon this Friday. I think that'll be fun to bake back up. What would be even more fun though is if this freaking Tepig would shine for me. That would just make my freaking day. That would make my year. I need that. 2025 has not been the greatest year so far. And Emily and I, we've not had the best time in 2025. It's been a little rough. Had some hiccups, but you know, the roller coaster of life, when you're at the bottom, you know, when you're on the downward slope and things are kind of rough, that means you eventually gotta go back up. So you gotta keep that optimistic mindset of, you know, it's right, life's a roller coaster and there are highs and lows. You just gotta get through the lows to get up to the highs. And certainly getting the Shiny Tepig would be a high note. Because I really... if we get to March, it'll have been 8 months since I started this hunt. 8 friggin' months. And I just don't want that. Like, that is just getting too close to a year for me. Like, I don't want to... if this hunt somehow goes to a freaking year, I'm going to lose it. Which, I mean, at the pace we're on, like, if I actually made it to a year, I think we'd be at like 30,000 encounters if we keep on this pace. Because like the first what, 4 or 5 months of this, I didn't have the 4 DSs going, I only had 2. So like we've really picked up the pace with getting out the encounters as of the last few months. So like, you know, the first 4 months of the stream took us about 8,000 encounters, and then the last, I guess actually be the first like 5 months, and then the last 2 we've picked up another like 7,000. So we got a snippy pace going on, but it is not led to more shinies. In fact, I think every shiny hunt that I've done with 4 games, you know, being this and the shiny gods. Those are the only shiny hunts I've done with 4 games, right? Because Eevee, which we haven't gotten Eevee, but we've also barely done the Eevee hunt. Totodile and Cyndaquil, there was just 1 game going on there. I wasn't even using 4 for that one. Squirtle, I was only using 2 games, so despite having 4 consoles going, I think my 4 game hunts have actually yielded the least amount of shinies as of late. So that's always fun to know. It's always fun to think about. Oh, man. Let's see. So I've been working on a YouTube video recently, which me working on a YouTube video recently means I've been softly doing a little bit of stuff here, there over the span of like 2 months. It takes me forever to commit to making a YouTube video. Like, I come up with the idea and then I sit on the idea for a few weeks and then I make like a preliminary thumbnail that I think I'll like, and then then I wait 2 weeks and I'm like, oh, actually I don't really like that thumbnail, but I don't feel like reworking it, and then I like do a script a few weeks later, and then it takes me like a few weeks to complete the script, and then I remake the thumbnail, and then eventually I'll get we'll get around to recording, and then after editing it'll probably be like a 3 to 4 month endeavor to just make 1 YouTube video. Because for some reason when it comes to making videos, I'm just like I just I can't pump them out quickly. Like, I can't. The creative process, it takes me a while to work it out, to get going. Especially because there's like 1,000,000,001 different things I want to do with my free time to like relax. So, I got the streaming that I like to do, so that's... Oh, hello. No puppies? Yeah, they're not gonna be sleeping for long. Okay, I'm going to bed. Alrighty. Ooh, let me get up for just a second. Kind of need more water. All right. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it just takes me forever to get the creative process going on videos. Which, I mean, I'm just the world's greatest procrastinator. I've been procrastinating my entire life. No, unfortunately not. I think my personal bad luck cancels out the bad luck that, or the good luck that you bring by leaving is canceled out by my incredibly bad luck. I think that's just how it works out here. I mean, I guess I can't claim the worst bad luck in the world. Yeah, I have gotten a few full odds shinies pretty quickly, but like, you know, the main one I was looking for is the one that's taken forever. So I think that constitutes as pretty bad luck. You know, the other ones were just kind of little side hunts that happened to yield something crazy. But like the main hunt, the big kahuna is of course the one that is is evading me. So maybe so. Maybe that's it. Or maybe there's like an inversion effect. Maybe you're leaving. It's like a negative and a negative creates. Well, no, that would be a positive. How do I work this out with math? I was about to say the negative and a negative makes a positive, but that's not the messaging I'm trying to go for here. How do I make this negative? I don't know. I don't know. At this point, my games might very well be bugged. We might never get a shiny Tepig. Maybe it is just not in the cards. Maybe I'll be the first person to ever have a shiny hunt go on for an eternity. I mean, at some point in time, someone has to get unlucky enough to go 200,000 encounters deep on a shiny hunt, right? Like, it's gotta happen to someone. So it might happen. It's probably gonna happen to me. So I just looked over and saw that the theme I've got going on in the background right now is the Marine Tube remix. And actually just, it might have been just yesterday or 2 days ago, I was playing through Black 2 and I went through the Marine Tube. And I think the Marine Tube might be the coolest. Now granted, is it anything more than just a little tunnel? There's nothing really to it. There's like 1 or 2 NPCs and you got some water type Pokemon swimming around. It's like, yeah, really cool when you can see the big old whale lord go over top. So it, like, you know, functionally, like it doesn't really serve much of a purpose. It's just kind of an aesthetically cool thing. But I still think it is like the coolest thing they've ever put in a Pokemon game. Like in terms of like world building aesthetics, like imagine them creating that in a 3D Pokemon game, like this massive tube to run through with just like water all around and water type Pokemon swimming all over. Like it's just a really cool world building, like the map asset. I don't know what you want to call it. I kind of wish Pokemon had more stuff like that. And more just giant landmarks. That's something that Generation 5 is really good about. Like really good at is like creating these maps. Is I guess kind of like in the same vein. The what's the big old bridge? It's in both games, but it's obviously it's a bigger deal in Black and White 1. What's the main big old bridge called? Sky Arrow Bridge? Is that what it is? The one that takes you from like Pinwheel Forest, Nacrene City, over to Castelia. Is that Sky Arrow Bridge? I think so. I think just Generation 5 in general was really good about adding those kind of grandiose designs into the region that just kind of sets it apart. Do they really add much I guess not really, but they're just cool. They're fun. Oh goodness. Something stuck on my nose. All right, coming up on an hour of stream. We've gotten what, 150 so encounters in on the day so far. Can we get a clean, like, I think we'll probably get a clean 300. I think we can go to 700. Probably be good on the day. I think we can make it there. Potentially a little more. We'll see how I'm feeling. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, little piggies, you got anything crazy for me? Please, well, please. So I got new monitors for my setup. I had some, what were they, like 24-inch, something like that. Some pretty standard 24-inch HP, just kind of computer, you know, obviously computer monitors, but like just regular old office monitors. Nothing really too super special about them. They're kind of small. I mainly got them. I wanted to get 27-inch monitors when I got those new ones. But then the 24-inch ones were on sale, and like I already had a 24-inch for my old monitor, so I was like, well, this kind of works out. I can save some money, then I can have like a 3-monitor setup. But then like I didn't realize having 3 monitors on my desk wouldn't really work out. It just not enough space to optimally put 3 monitors. Just didn't work out. And so I was kind of feeling I needed an upgrade, so I got 2 new monitors. They're bigger. They're 27-inch monitors instead of 24, which you would think, that doesn't sound like the biggest difference in the world, but it really makes a world of difference. Like, these things feel massive compared to the last 2. Like, I just feel like I have so much space, and they're curved. So like they got this nice little, like, they start kind of flat and then they curve out to the sides. It's just a nice little aesthetic. And I posted about this on Blue Sky, but I feel very bougie with these monitors. I feel all professional and like techie. It is taking me a second though to get used to them, because like there's kind of this little like curving effect that happens on certain things. Like I was watching a YouTube video and they were probably playing Pokemon, most likely, and they had their player character running across the screen, and so it kind of like was curving with the screen. And I looked over really quick because I think I was working on a thumbnail for the video I'm procrastinating. And their character like moving kind of along the curve threw me off for a second. I was like, whoa. It made me a little dizzy. I was like, oh geez, okay. But I think with some time I'll just get used to stuff like that. And they look great. They're just regular, you know, 1080p monitors. They're not like 4K or anything, or no 1440p. They're just traditional 1080p. They were also on sale. I don't think I've ever bought a computer monitor that wasn't on sale. Like the one I have sitting over here on my side desk was the monitor I used in college. I had a monitor, like, so when I first went to college, my parents just like gave me an old computer monitor they had to go with my laptop, and then I eventually got a desktop PC, which is still hanging out over there. I need to figure out what to do with that thing. It died. I don't. For the longest time, you know, that thing ran for nearly 10 years, and then one day I went to try and boot it up, and nothing. It's like, I don't know if the SSD went bad, and like my copy of Windows, or my version of Windows that was on it, just like corrupted or something. But it just won't start now. So I need to break it apart and figure out how to wipe the hard drives that are on there. And then I can like throw them away or donate them or something. Anyways, yeah. That computer monitor I had in college, after the one that I got from my parents broke, it was a really old, it was like a really thick monitor. Like it was an old, what was it? It might have been HP, or was it Samsung? I can't remember. Actually, I think it was Vizio. I don't even think it was a computer monitor. I think it was a really small TV. But yeah, now I remember. It was a Vizio, but it was like maybe a 24-inch. Like, I think it might have just been a really small TV and not necessarily a computer monitor. Which, I mean, they're basically the same thing. But yeah, that one broke because it was old. And then I got this new one. I just happened to go by, I think I've gotten all my, no, the last two I got from Target. I got the one in college from Best Buy. I don't remember why I went there. Maybe it was because my computer monitor broke. Most likely it was. It was like a few weeks before Black Friday and Thanksgiving and all that. But they still had a couple of the monitors on sale for like 60% off. Like, you know, back when they used to actually give you good deals around Black Friday. And I was like, shoot, that's a $300 monitor for like $130, something like that. So, which, looking back on it, how that thing was $300 at the time, maybe maybe I got scammed, and maybe the full worth of that thing was only around $130, and they marked it up and then marked it back down. But anyways, I got a really good deal on it, but I only ever had that one monitor for the longest time. And then when I kind of got back into doing this whole YouTube thing, I wanted to upgrade, so I got those two monitors, and now I got my new curved ones, which are Samsung. I've never owned Samsung monitors before. So I had the Vizio, had old one was HP, the last two I had were HP, and now I got Samsung. But they are just 1080p, no 4K, no crazy frame rate either, or refresh rate. I'm not the super craziest, biggest techie computer person, but they're only like 75 hertz. That is the correct terminology, right? 75 hertz. Again, not super big computer techie person. There's a reason why I bought my computer pre-built. Yeah. Anyways, they're not like groundbreaking gaming monitors, but I don't do any groundbreaking gaming on them, so it works for me. It fits my needs. I was really contemplating getting some crazy gaming monitors though, just because I was like, they had some good deals on ones. Like, were they HP? They might have been Dell. They had some like 32-inch, 180 hertz or whatever you call them, like crazy high refresh rate, and they were like 1440p, and I don't know which, like, well, I forget all the terminology, but they were really expensive computer monitors. They were on sale. I almost pulled the plug on getting those kind of monitors a couple times, but even on sale, they were still just a little too expensive for me to want to put the money towards. And then I saw these. I actually went into store. I got them through bestbuy.com, but I just happened to go by the store because I was bored one day. I don't know if anyone else do that. You don't have any intention of buying anything. You just go out and just kind of walk around and window shop when you're really bored. Yeah, I did that. I saw these monitors. I was like, oh, those look pretty nice. And they were on a pretty good sale. Checked it out online. Also on sale. So I was like, oh, shoot. I'll get these. Why not? And then since I bought my washer and dryer through Best Buy, I have a credit card with them that has like a, if you go over a certain amount of money, you can put it on a payment plan for like 12 months with no interest. And I was just below the threshold of that amount for these two monitors. And I'd been considering getting a Kindle because I wanted to start reading again, but like I want to be able to read at night while Emily's in bed, but I don't want like a lamp one or something to read a paperback book to bother her. So I've been considering getting a Kindle. And so I saw that they had Kindles on sale too. And I was like, well, shoot, getting this Kindle will put me over the threshold and I can put this all on the credit card and pay it off over a year. So stuff like that can be dangerous. You have to be careful with payment plans and stuff like that, because you very well can fall into the trap of like, oh, it's like saving money. I'm not paying for it now. I'm paying it off over time. It's no big deal. You can really fall for that and then, strap yourself up with a lot of monthly payments if you're not careful and you get a little too lackadaisical with throwing stuff on there. But I had nothing on there. I was like, the last thing I put on there was my computer, but I finished paying off my computer. So I was like, well, it'll only be like $35 a month for a year. So it's not the craziest thing in the world to throw on there right now. But using the Kindle's been pretty cool. That's been pretty fun. I started reading Percy Jackson because I'd been wanting to reread those books for the longest time. It, in a way, I'll say it kind of feels like a waste because I have all the physical books. I have them sitting over here. Like I said, I've been wanting to reread these. I read them back when I was a kid, and I really enjoyed them. And I still have them. My mom kept them. But I just never got around to reading the physical books that I had. But I guess to be fair, I didn't actually pay for any of those physical books. So it's not like I wasted my money on the books that I'm now not reading, but reading on the Kindle instead. So I guess it's all right. I mean, the ebooks weren't the most expensive thing in the world. I bought the first like 3 books of the Percy Jackson series in a bundle together for like $12. So not breaking the bank. But man, I could still, try not to think about it too much, because then I'm like, oh, maybe I should have bought something on the Kindle to read that I don't physically own. Maybe that would have been a better idea. But really, outside of that, I don't even know what, like, I guess I got to start looking for like book recommendations or something. Find myself on the book forums or something, see what is popping. I've heard a lot of good stuff about Brandon Sanderson and his books. I don't know where to start. I heard he writes a lot of books, so I don't know. I have to figure out where, like, what the series are and where I need to start to get into that. Alrighty, little pigs, you got anything crazy for me? And that would be a no. Would be a negative. Alrighty, I'm going to do 4 more encounters here. We're going to get us up to 15,600 here on the stream, and then we've been going for a little over an hour. I'm going to take us offline for this hunt. I'll just continue this on myself off stream. Sit back, relax. I don't know if I've been rewatching My Hero Academia. Do I want to watch it but just put it in sub or in dub? That way I don't have to like fully pay attention to it to still know what's going on. I just prefer watching it in sub though, is the thing. I don't know. I'll put something on, maybe some YouTube. I'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll do 4 more encounters here on stream, and then I will take this offline and just chillax and do my own thing. But we don't got any 2 up there. Do we got any 2 down here from Pokemon Black and White? We got any shinies? Anything to be had? Of course, that would be a negative. All right, so that'll take us to a good 15,600. I'll throw off this reset, and I'll be back live again on Wednesday for anyone who wants to stop on by. Look forward to seeing you all then.